now is the time to get in, really, before the resource continues to grow.
Welcome to Proven and Probable, where we deliver mining insights and bullion sales in the form of physical delivery, offshore depositories, and private blockchain distributed ledger technology.
Joining us for a conversation is Judson Coulter, the CEO and Director of Rover Metals. Mr. Coulter, welcome to the show, sir.
Hey, thanks, Maurice. Happy to be here.
Always a pleasure to have you back on the program to provide us with an update on the 2020 drill program on the historical high-grade Cabin Lake Gold Project. But before we begin, Mr. Coulter, who is Rover Metals and what is the opportunity the company presents to the market?
Yeah, Rover Metals is a precious metals exploration company. We're focused on advancing our existing gold assets, which are located in northern Canada. And the opportunity to the market is we're days away from releasing the remainder of our summer-fall drill program. I would say roughly 70% of the results are still to come. And that should be in the near term, so exciting for any of your viewers and followers, Maurice.
Absolutely. And speaking of the Cabin Lake Gold Project, Rover Metals embarked on an exploration drill program this summer on 9 holes. Was the objective to twin the historical high-grade intersects?
It was, but not identical twinning in terms of just going right next to the hole. We're really just twinning an area, the high-grade area of the Bug-Ow iron formation at Cabin Lake. And, that's going down dip and also coming at the drilling from different angles. So, and that includes by leaving it in the mineralization until it hits the hanging wall and the footwall. So really it's not just textbook twinning, it's there is step-out exploration here.
Good to hear. The company just released the first 3 assay results on the exploration drill program. What can you share with us, sir?
Yeah, the results were great. No one had been in there in 30 years. Historically, they used a much smaller core size, so there, of course, was going to be deviation and just, most likely a lesser rig and, drill rig in 30 years ago. So we learned about how to follow the high grade on the first 3 holes. It was actually the second hole that we learned a lot about the deviation of the historic drilling. And we were able to correct the remainder of the drill program, namely holes 3 to 9, based on what we learned from hole 2. And in doing so, we did stay and achieve our target holes. I'll talk about the grades from the first hole. We had a really long intersect, continuous gold grades of 22 meters, and the average grams per ton on that was 8 grams per ton, but certainly there were some spikes as high as 46 on smaller intervals. And then hole number 3, which is again after we learned about the deviation from hole 2, similar story where we found another large intersect of the high grade that we were chasing. That was roughly 6.5 grams per ton over 15 meters on that hole 3. And when we pulled the core, we've logged all the core for the entire program. We knew what to look for. It's this iron formation that's highly sulfidized. So I'm pretty confident to say that the best is yet to come on this drill program.
The company just answered an unanswered question. Were these the results that Rover was anticipating?
Yeah, I think the surprise has been the length of this, economic grade of gold. I mean, the historical drilling, the longest intersect was about 15 meters. So we're well above that now and, learning a lot more about how to chase the folding of this iron formation, which is where the high grade is.
When should shareholders expect to receive the assay results on holes 4 through 9?
I would expect, we are at the end of October, so I would expect within the next couple of weeks, mid-November, the batch 2, we did 2 batches of samples. So the second batch of samples, which is holes 4 to 9, is at the lab. It's just drying and they're prepping it. So I think we should be in pretty good shape here for mid-November.
Sounds good. Switching gears, Mr. Coulter, please provide us with an update on the capital structure for Rover Metals.
Yeah, we've got 77 million shares outstanding and roughly 15 million warrants. And those warrants have a strike price of 12 cents.
What is the burn rate right now?
The burn rate is, I would say, outside of the exploration program that we just finished, it's about 50, let's go with 50,000 a month outside of the exploration season.
And how is the Treasury looking right now?
Treasury's great. Once we pay for this drill program, we should still have about 150,000 in the bank, and we'll be sort of looking for a new financing sometime either the end of Q4 or early Q1.
In closing, Judson, why is this the perfect time to become a shareholder of Rover Metals?
Well, I think we've seen a little bit of come off in gold, but the forecast for 2021 and 2022 is it's going to continue to be a very strong and healthy gold price. And we're just really in the right timing, in terms of that gold cycle. We're hoping to be able to get an inferred resource here on after this drill program. And from there, it's just, if you look at the mining life cycle, like we're that part of the mining life cycle that can add the most shareholder value, which is this discovery to the potential for an economic, over the next 3 years, grow to an economic mine deposit. So that's the cycle of investment that you're seeing with Rover Metals. It's still, now is the time to get in, really. So before the resource continues to grow in size, right? So.
Sir, what keeps you up at night that we don't know about?
My next interview with Proven and Probable, but that's okay. After today, we've got probably a couple more weeks.
Last question, sir. What did I forget to ask?
Well, I think there might be, in terms of business development, we're working on a few things right now in the background, and if that continues in the direction it seems to be headed, might be able to have some news for the market here as well in the coming weeks. So,
Mr. Coulter, if investors want to get more information about Rover Metals, please share the contact information.
Yeah, just visit our website at www.rovermetals.com and just visit the Contact Us page.
Mr. Coulter, thank you for joining us today. It's been an absolute pleasure. Wishing you and Rover Metals the absolute best, sir.
The information presented on Proven and Probable is provided for educational and informational purposes only, without any express or implied warranty of any kind, including warranties of accuracy, completeness, or fitness for any particular purpose. The information is not intended to be and does not constitute financial, investment, or trading advice, or any other advice. You should not make any financial, investment, or trading decision based on any of the information presented without first undertaking independent due diligence and consultation with a professional broker or competent financial advisor.